Well, YouTubers, here it is, my new project. We're going to call this one the basket case wheel horse. A gentleman found this. All he wanted off of it was a barn find. He wanted the front tires off of it and the mower deck. And pretty much as you see it here, it was torn apart. And yeah, I couldn't believe that he would tear such a nice piece apart. Yeah, sure, there's rust and it needs a little love and restoration, but you know, he just wanted the front wheels on it. Some project, I guess he said he was going to use the front wheels for a lawn cart or some such. So a couple bucks later, and it was in the back of my truck, and we're going to rebuild it. We're going to sand her down and repaint her and replace what needs to be replaced. This is a Raider 10. It's got the 8-speed with the high-low, low, high, and the 3-speed. The seat's torn off of it upside down. Of course, I'll be replacing the seat. It was a rat's nest. Tires are shot. I'll zoom in here. You can see the cracking and the weathering. But believe it or not, they hold air. Must be a tube inside. He knew nothing about it. We'll take it apart, replace them. Maybe put some lugs on it. I'm not sure. It's not going to be restored. It's going to be rebuilt. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it to pull a few things around, and it's got PTO. I might get a snowblower for it. And living up here in the Northeast, can't be hot like today. Good Lord, today's 98 degrees outside, and it's just a mess. Family's in the pool, and I'm playing. So I wanted to show you this. This is a Tecumseh HH100, 10 horsepower, and I'm not sure if it runs, as the gentleman that found it was a barn find, but these old engines are pretty tough. It still turns, it's not locked up, it's got good compression. I had the spark plug out, the valves move just fine. It's complete. You can see at one point somebody repainted right over the tag, and there's several things that I could show you here on this. I guess somebody decided they were going to take a spray bomb out one time and just spray right over the rust. Well, you know how that works. The dash, yeah, that's pretty shot. I'll take it out and I'll either replace it or maybe just paint it. Maybe chrome it, I don't know. Haven't decided. I'm going to need a center cap here. You can't have a wheel horse without that center cap and out wheel. It's just my opinion. A few things like this battery box here. It's a usable battery box, good and solid. Metal's nice and thick, except for right here's a little spot of rot right there. I believe came from a leaking battery. Well, I'll cut the piece out and weld another piece in. I'm going to have to weld on new screws here. One broke off here, and this one's pretty rotted, but that's easy enough to do, and clean that up and paint it. And of course you got your lever for raising and lowering your implements, and the tank and the strap. The steering, nice and smooth, no play in it. I don't think this thing was abused much. These wheel horses were meant to work a lot, but I think it was just used for a garden tractor. It's got the Tachomatic up there, and a lot of little surface rust here, you know, from the boxes the parts were in, but nothing major. Spindles are nice and tight. Put one out here. Get this in this hole. There is no wobble whatsoever on those spindles. And even the front, I'm not even going to have to bush this out. That's still nice and tight. So I lucked out there. Belt guard here. It's solid. It's got the rust, of course, a little bit in and out. I'm going to have to replace this. There's supposed to be another piece here with a bolt slot here for adjusting it forward and back. And as you can see, there was a stress weld right there, or a stress crack. I'm going to have to bend that up and weld that too while I weld the other piece on. But very solid. I mean, none of the metal has been rotted through. The footrests, they're good and solid. They got a little bit of pitting on them. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. Like I said, I'm not going to completely try to make it brand new, but I'm going to make it look good, run good, do a really nice job on it. You know, it's not going to be a show tractor. I'm going to be proud of it, but I'm still going to use it and work it. The hood, you know, you can see by right there, the front of the hood, somebody didn't tape off that lens there, and that's where they sprayed that. But they sprayed right over top of the rust, and you can see it's just rusted from underneath, the paint lifting right off. Still very good and solid. Has the ornament still, which, you know, makes me happy. And you can see down here in the lettering, somebody taped up the lettering, and then painted over it, and then never took the tape off. So I peeled the other side off, and I started peeling on this, but I thought I'd show that to you. Not sure. If somebody went through all the work, you can see, I mean, they cut the tape just to match the letter real perfectly, and then never did, you know, never did it properly. I'm gonna sand it down, make it disappear. I'll get new stickers, new decals made. I'm gonna need the latch for the hood release, but hey, you can find them on eBay or around. But all in all, it's gonna be a nice little summer project for me. Fortunately, the way my work schedule is right now, I'm gonna have to work on it mainly on the weekends, but well, these things are great. I mean, there's not a whole lot of pieces, not a whole lot of wiring. They work beautifully well. I mean, here's the extent of the wiring. I left this all together here as I replace the switches and such. I'm just gonna want to put one wire from each on there. I'm not even gonna mess with those and see if they work. I'm just gonna buy a new switch and new lighter socket and headlight switch. Throttle cable and the choke cables, they're there, they're solid, and they're movable, but yeah, I may replace them, may not. So that's it for now. Got a few other things I'll show you, maybe put it in the next video. Some other projects at Husqvarna and that Murray over there. The Husqvarna is my mower. Just got done. It needs cleaned terribly. And the Murray, that one's going to get tore apart. Something's loose in it. It's my girlfriend's mother's tractor, and it's got some sentimental value to her, so, you know, we'll replace it. We'll replace what's broken, grease it up, lube it up, and she'll be able to use it. Alrighty, so we're going to call that quits for now. I'm going to sand a few parts in the wheel horse, maybe get back out to you on a second video. See you then.